Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another night of your Jablonski, what's the word I'm looking for?
I have no idea. I don't even know what you're trying to say.
Is it
impudence?
Impudence. Your impudence doom. For tonight's new episode of Ants Halloween Edition, where everybody will come to die and leave as corpses, and then go home and try to eat, but the food will fly through their bones, landing on the floor with a splat to which you'll then be forced to clean it up.
Yeah, it was supposed to be last week when we had the zombie.
Well, you know, like, I was dressed as a zombie slayer, so, like, yeah. By the way, when we get in here, I want to give another big thank you to Sonia Thompson for joining us. If you want to see her on the website, it will be her. You can follow her on these following links right here. I posted them last week, but I'll keep them in there. They're right there.
Yes, that was quite an educational lesson from her, and just all the things you have to go through, even for just the smallest role.
Yeah, it was a good...
in any production.
You knew she could dance. She must know her dancing.
I never even knew that part.
Well, that's the thing. Like, dancing can be easier to coordinate, if you know what I'm saying. Like, cause since they already...
No, what I mean is that I didn't know that she could that she used to break dance. That's one part of her I never knew.
I can see that there. I never thought of that either, honestly. Jablonski wasn't here to do that. Jablonski's so scared he's clutching that Pikachu.
No, I just wanted to show off a prize that I got.
Yeah, so let me just put you in the full...
Because I'm special.
Yes, you are.
You're a special little snowflake.
Damn straight, I am the most special snowflake ever.
In a place where there's no snow.
No, snow happens here.
I'm the only one here who has experienced snow, so there you go.
Bull. No,
Really?
I used to live in New York, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, man. All right, so tonight's episode is called Bones because that was the only other B word I could think of. Next week it's probably gonna be, I don't know, buoyancy, bronchitis,
Boil?
Boner.
No, that's not scary. All right, so let's
Depends.
see. Tonight we got news coming on there tonight here with stuff regarding superheroes, updates, redesigns, death. There's death in here.
Yes, there is.
A lot of death. Jablonski.
Well, we have to put something out of its misery at some point.
And debates. Lots of debates. Namely between Cruiser and Jablonski. Oh, I cannot wait to be the center man on that. Yes, put your thing. You're just gonna go over and give him a good old 1-2?
Hey, put him up.
Put him up. All right. So let's begin with tonight's starting off here with our nerd topics of the week here. We got upcoming for Batman news. Paul Dano. Paul Dano?
I have no idea who that is.
Paul Dano from Looper. He was in Looper.
Never seen Looper.
God damn it, Jablonski. He will be playing the upcoming Batman villain, the Riddler, in the next Batman movie. So is that Mountain Dew?
Don't you mean the Joker in the new Batman movie?
No. Though I would like to see Neil Patrick Harris as Joker at some point.
What?
At some point, I would like to see Neil Patrick Harris play Joker.
That I'd like to see. Granted, he'd be better than Jared Leto, am I right?
Okay, well, jokes of Jared Leto aside, let me ask you guys this.
Okay.
Now we all know that the Joker in that movie, Suicide Squad, wasn't good. However, was that really Jared Leto's fault? Because is it either like a bad performance or was he just underutilized?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like, I remember barely anything except the Joker didn't do anything, and that he didn't really capture that that enthusiastic insanity the Joker had, that like Nicholson and Ledger kind of had. He was just
really. Here's the thing with Ledger's Joker is that his was more of the dark psychotic.
Yeah, because that's what he was.
Also being a mastermind. He's a full-fledged genius.
Yeah, that Joker was awesome too. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix was a good one too, but yeah, I like Ledger too. He was a good Joker.
Speaking of Joaquin Phoenix, I actually have a story for you guys.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay. One of my musician friends is Kelly Schaefer, who sings in the death metal band Atheist. I will be doing an interview with him when he comes to Fort Lauderdale. But I was listening to his podcast, The Jack Show, and he told this story where he actually has smoking weed with Joaquin Phoenix.
Nice.
I believe it.
Turns out those two used to hang out a lot in the music scene down in the South Florida area.
Awesome.
Yeah, he said, I'm pretty sure he hasn't thought of me in a long time, but now that I know this, though, I have to try to jog his memory. Like, I hope to God one day he does a convention, I go and go, hey, remember Kelly Shaver? Just to see if he goes, oh, yeah!
It's like, oh, yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, she was my favorite fan.
One of my favorite bits, though, with Joaquin Phoenix, he went from Brother Bear to playing one of the greatest Jokers to date.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's the huge thing with him going on. We got a Riddler coming out here. Also, we got some other stuff going on here. Disney Plus coming out here. They released their entire repertoire of what they're going to be posting. It took them 3 hours to list all these things down. Like 3 hour, not list them, like explain, like reveal each show that was going to be on there. 3 hours worth of shows that they're going to be showing on there.
This is just what they got on there is going to be coming out there upon release. I hope that they bring more shows in later on because right now they got Disney Afternoon down, but I'm still holding out for my one Saturday morning.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. Like one thing,
you think they're gonna bring back brand spanking new Doug?
Well, that was the thing. Like they had
I think that's actually gonna be
guys,
on the survey.
Like one thing they were bringing back there was gonna be gargoyles, which everybody was freaking going crazy with.
Because they haven't really done much with it.
Oh, Donald Medina actually pointed out here. Don't forget he was Caesar in Gladiator. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right. What? I see his Sparts. What is it? Oh yeah, Doug Live. Apparently, when Doug was owned by Disney, that there
we don't talk about that.
We were talking.
We don't talk about that. That never existed.
Jablonski, we were talking about it all last week. We were talking about that all last week. We were making fun of it.
Wasn't that before? Wasn't that after I left though?
No.
Anyway. Either way, Doug was a terrible show.
I disagree. Anyway, I'm like what?
In both hands.
There was actually an episode of Defunctland that was released saying that they should probably put the episodes of what was that show that he reviewed recently?
Not Winnie the Pooh. No way. No.
Tales of Pooh Corner.
No.
I totally like to see it. I grew up with it.
I could never get into Winnie the Pooh. First of all, I cannot get over the fact they named a bear after shit.
Yes, but he's named after another person, so.
Well, I feel bad for that person. Okay, his parents must have hated him.
Not to mention, it was during a time when Pooh wasn't a slang term for shit.
Well, guess what? Now it is.
Well, it stinks. It sucks. So there we
go. Good pun. But anyway, the other thing too is that just because I know what show you're talking about. I did watch that episode of Funkland, and honestly, like I could actually, while I could like stomach the cartoons, I could not stomach this. It looked horrible.
My God, Cruiser's really not in the best mood to talk tonight since he's dissing every cartoon I put up there.
No, I didn't diss gargoyles.
Well, this is what I want from them with Disney Plus though is I want them to have the rest of the one Saturday morning lineup, because they got some of it. They got some of it at release, but I would like the rest of it because one, that was my jam growing up.
Yeah, he was that one guy that actually enjoyed Schnookums and meat.
No, actually, I didn't. I think I was after.
Remember fucking
I
Schnookums?
never saw that cartoon. The only thing I knew about it was the pasta, the SpaghettiOs pasta.
No,
What?
For me, it was. I remember Recess. I remember. This was more later on though. Weekenders.
Ooh, that was good.
That was good.
was really
Pepper
good.
Ann was good.
Pepper Ann.
Ooh, you're smoky.
Which, or as I like to call it, the female version of Doug. Anyway, basically, I'm a.
I actually
Only
like
she
that
had-
one better than Doug.
She actually had better fantasies.
Yeah,
It was back
she
and
had
forth.
better power fantasies.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously. A World War II fantasy about a dance? Like, Doug, are you okay, my dude? No.
You never had what?
One of
You've
them
never
was,
you've never had an over the top imagination?
Not
know
involving
that
a dance with a World War II theme.
Oh my God! Only one flashback. You've not. Have you watched the entire shows from start to finish?
Yes,
Yes.
I have.
Okay, there you go. So anyway,
Begrudgingly.
I don't know. I like the show. I just thought it was cool. You know, so
You need better taste, my dude.
I grew up with the show. Made me a big deal.
Yeah, so did I. That doesn't mean I
No,
liked
I'm like
it.
a week. I'm like a.
Dino Medina recommends Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. I completely
Oh
forgot
my
about
God, that show. That show.
that. Also, the chat room is going at Cruiser's throat.
I don't care. Come at me, motherfucker.
Mad Max. Mad Max was a cartoon show?
Stop it.
Was Mad Max a cartoon show?
Not that I know of.
Me neither.
Not that I know of either. Sorry, that just bounced up. Sorry, that just bounced off all of our heads there. Thank you very much for trying there. So I'm
I
let's
heard
see.
the sound effect
Let me
there.
see, exactly. So another thing going on here, which I'm actually kind of flabbergasted that this was actually news, namely because it was kind of obvious. Marvel Studios are allowed to make R-rated films.
This is news.
I know, right? Like,
That's
look,
not
okay.
really
Can I just put some like light into the subject here? Disney owns R-rated films, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, one of them is Clerks.
I know, right?
Yeah.
They
And Alien.
Do they own Alien? No, that's Metro Golden. That's Metro Golden Mayer. They don't own Alien.
Well,
They bought Fox.
They did have it. No, that was MGM. Was it?
No.
MGM wasn't owned by Fox.
I think Fox did Aliens versus Predator, but I don't know if they did the first Aliens movie.
Well, regardless, they still include the Alien portion of the attraction there. But like, really, like, Disney's isn't all the fun and fancy free. I mean, their animation studio is, and maybe their main productions are, but like other medias, they own R-rated stuff, guys.
Supposedly Disney even made a porno or two.
I don't think that's actually true, but
I know, it's just something that my sister said, and I go, I have a hard time buying that one, Megan.
I
No,
mean-
but they have a huge folder.
I mean, maybe they probably like got from some for copyright or something like that.
If there's
That's
one
a story
old
for another
school...
day. Put it that way. That's a story for the hentai stream.
Yes,
if there's one show I would like to see them bring back, is Masterpiece Theater.
What was that?
That was where they actually had like some fancy guy sitting in a chair and looking set, and he would play old Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Like all the way back there. That's kind of a hard thing to do because like you look at like the internet and you can actually watch old Mickey Mouse cartoons at that point. Like I could go on the internet right now and watch Steamboat Willie or like one of my favorite Nickelodeon. I'm sorry, Disney shorts is the was the Skeleton Dance. You guys obviously have seen that.
Yep.
Really good
Yeah.
animation. I like how they were able to like put more details in the skeleton, like when it's coming closer, when like you go through its body, it's good stuff. But
Okay, but I think with Masterpiece Theater, it was like old Mickey Mouse, Goofy cartoons, Donald cartoons, Chip and Dale. I'm not talking like white and black era here.
There was actually a segment from the old Disney Channel days, from the '90s, from the '90s. It was called. It was like the the Ink and Pen theater or something like that, where they showed off the old movies. It was Ink and Pen Club.
And speaking of ink and paint, just a little sidetrack here. When me and my family went on the Disney cruise, like a long time ago.
Oh, I love this story.
I think it was like early 2000s. We go to this restaurant called Painter's Palette.
Oh,
and
yes, I heard about this.
Yeah, we go into this, and the whole room is in black and white to kind of represent, the old-timey Walt Disney cartoons. But as your meal progresses, the whole thing switches to color. And I'm talking like the paintings, the staff, they actually change their outfits. And we're sitting around and go, guys, wasn't this room black and white when we first got here? It catches everybody off guard.
Yeah, it's Disney for you. Really good. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on here. Let me see what we got here. The new design for Sonic the Hedgehog for his movie was released.
Well, leaked. We don't know if it's official yet.
Well, still, if it is anything that was released there, let's all agree here. We saw the Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer, and the design was terrible. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah.
This new design I actually like.
The new one, it looks close. I mean, I don't know how they were gonna fix the giant Cyclops eyeball that he has. Like that was
going to be a hard one.
That was like something I never even got of Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, when you look at characters like Mickey Mouse, it's just part of the design. And Sonic, I can accept that. It's just like, how does it work? That's the only thing that works.
It's one of the things that I really don't think should be translated into live action, because if you remember Thing 1 and Thing 2 from the Cat in the Hat movie, they were identical to the cartoon, but they were freaky as hell.
I think their nose were a little too pointy for the cartoon, honestly.
The thing is that there are some things that should just stay a cartoon. I think that Cyclops eyeball is one of them.
I don't mind.
Now, to be fair, we've seen what it will. Then again, to be fair, we've now seen what it looks like without having the Cyclops eyeball. So there you go. It's like Sonic. It's like Sonic. We can make a slight exception for,
Yeah.
But,
the only thing I'm looking forward to with this movie is Jim Carrey playing Eggman.
Oh yeah.
That is it.
Oh yeah, I hear what you're saying.
But speaking of Sonic, there's one interesting thing I found out. At least the games go. It's Sonic Forces, as we all know, was met with average to mixed to bad reviews. And well, yeah. I mean, like, it's basically, I would say, average. It's still kind of worth checking out and seeing what's playing and seeing what it's like. But everyone blamed Sonic Team for that. Well, turns out it wasn't Sonic Team who made it.
Yeah.
It wasn't Sonic Team's fault entirely.
The people who made it was Big Red Button, the same people who did Rise of Lyric.
Under their supervision.
Well, at least they kind of learned from their mistake.
So they get they get away with the partial blame.
Mm-hmm. And I love Sonic. He was my childhood hero. I replayed the video games. I watched the cartoon series, and
Both of them?
kills me to see how mishandled. Dude, I've seen all of them. I've seen Sad AM, the one you always know, The Adventures, Underground, and Sonic X. Sonic Boom, I had no use for.
Sonic Boom is actually really good.
Yeah, I heard it was fantastic.
It was too slice of life for me.
Knuckles is a fucking savage.
They made him retarded.
No, he's actually pretty fucking smart.
Well, I do know he had this great line about feminism that I thought was just epic.
Anyway,
that's just a snippet of what he can do. A lot of it's the writing for that show is hysterical.
Right,
yeah, basically from what I heard, the show is basically aware of what it is. Basically, from what I've heard, isn't that correct? Like, the show knows what it is. They even take jabs at their bad games recently.
Like, it kills me to see my childhood hero get so mishandled. Not much I can really do except support the games that are good.
Mm-hmm.
And for the record, as far as the fandom goes, look, you're going to find those people in every single one of them, including Pony, okay? It's just something that happens. Get over it.
Can I just point you like this? Does that... I mean, you have a Sonic OC?
Me?
Yeah, can you just make yourself... If that's the case, would you make yourself... If you ever had the chance, would you at least make a Sonic OC for shits and giggles?
I mean, I have the Sonic Forces game. I technically have one, I guess.
That was the thing, like, you ever done that thing where you go on Google and you type in your name, the Hedgehog?
Yeah, we did that in one of the early days of the stream.
Oh, yeah, I remember that there.
When it was still Miss Streamy Brony Theater.
Oh, yeah. Do an entire episode on the Sonic fan... Oh, my God, no. No, let's stay away from that territory. And speaking of territories we shouldn't stay away from, I hate to drive us into this thing, but let's talk about Fortnite. Okay, so...
I've never played Fortnite, so I really can't say anything about this.
Okay. What Epic did with this was the best PR stunt
Yes.
ever.
Basically, they unlocked the second thing. Fortnite Chapter 2 came out, and the way they brought it out was the best idea I could ever play. I'm not even a Fortnite player, but even I thought this was a good idea. Jablonski, basically explain what happened.
Explain it, please.
Yes,
Explain
yes,
it, please.
just
okay. You guys know the analogy of the big red button, right?
Yeah.
Kinda.
The analogy of the big red button is that once you put the big red button, push the big red button, kaboom, everything goes bye-bye.
Mm.
They pushed the big red button.
During games.
No, they had an event for it. It was an in-game event, and what pretty much in story, from what I can figure out, because again I don't really play that much Fortnite, is they took the visitor. He left, and shit went crazy with space and time. It with multiple rockets taking out an asteroid, from pretty much removing it from time, and then a rift opens up at a certain point. I can't remember when it was, and above it comes these rockets and the asteroid
coming onto the maps, basically.
Kind of. It's to that one specific point. It drops down into that crack, causing a massive black hole.
Oh yeah, like players were like lifted off of the map, kind of like friggin' Rapture style.
Lifted off of the map as soon as the asteroid came back into the game. They were blasted back, and then they got sucked into the black hole.
So for like 48 hours, whenever you opened Fortnite, all you'd see is this little dot. For like
you see this little dot
for 48 hours.
Yeah. This was their downtime to work on the servers. This was the most genius way of doing it, of both building up hype and doing maintenance. As for what's going to happen, pretty much what happens now is that we got new map. Just about everything came back. There's new stuff going on. I haven't played it yet. I'll try to get some playtime in, see what the differences are before Modern Warfare comes out.
This is amazing. Cruiser's playing Minecraft, you're playing Fortnite. All we need is just one person in this group to play Roblox, and then we got an entire child audience demographic.
Evan?
Like, fuck no, I'm not gonna go into Roblox. I don't even have time to play video games except at night.
Yeah, so do it at night.
Then again, let me scratch that. I would love to play it, but I can't.
Bullshit.
I own a Mac.
So?
Roblox doesn't run on Mac.
I thought we were talking about a game for the Switch. Or at least available in the Switch eShop.
No, that was not like that. I tried playing Fortnite once, but it was like...
No, he needs to play Untitled Goose Game.
I don't have the money or time. I'm trying to finish up one game right now.
And speaking of games, we were actually talking right before the stream. I was on the Switch eShop, and I see this game that's on sale for just 9 cents. And I figured, screw it. I check it out. I mean, for 9 cents, it's like I got nothing to lose. I have less than a dime to lose. So it's called. I think it's called Captain Eagle. But honestly, this thing should be called. It's a platformer where you do play as an eagle, and guns grow on trees. You actually plant seeds, and a gun will sprout from some plant life.
I think I get that joke.
Yeah, the puns are hilarious too. Like ready, set, gun. And honestly, they should really call this the game because I saw things in there from Mario 2, Mario 3, Zelda, Mega Man. The list goes on.
A point.
And
Sorry, go on.
And at the end of the day, the game is just okay. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. The game is just okay.
Okay, so I'm looking at the chat here, and apparently Final Fantasy, whatever that is XIV.
Roman numerals?
I can't read Roman numerals, Michelle. XIV basically said they did the same thing where they also blew up the world. Cool, I don't...
that's I think that was 13 or 14.
I don't know, I don't play Final Fantasy because I am a person, so...
Because that's what they actually did. That's what they did too, and I loved how
14.
they did the end cutscene.
Yeah, that's a good thing there. I guess you could say we like games that kind of get more creative with their updates like that.
No, this was them getting rid of the whole game because no one liked it. But they did bring it back in a new form, and that one has been staying.
Oh yeah,
actually pretty good.
I actually remember Pro Jared mentioning that when that happened, it was like crazy. They come back, they blow it up, and then they get a second chance. There you go. So, what else we got going on here? Trying to find out what else happened here. Speaking of popular games, Ames, should we talk about Overwatch?
Yes.
Again, I've never played it, so I really can't say anything.
You haven't played Team Fortress 2 either?
Nope.
Yeah, I was about to say it was basically that.
Yeah.
Only more futuristic.
Anyways, pretty much what's going on with Overwatch is that for the Nintendo Switch version, Nintendo is offering refunds.
Say that again?
Nintendo is offering refunds.
Because Blizzard's being a dick.
Yep.
I don't know. The one thing I saw pop on my phone, but for some reason, whenever I look at Google on my phone, it gives me like highlighted articles from stuff that I'm into. And there was one article on there that said that Overwatch will not work on the Switch.
No, hold on a second. Soundspart next is saying not at all. No, it's not. Not at all. What are you talking about? It's not. No, Cruiser. It's not because of that. It's because of other reasons.
Okay then.
Reasons that if we try to stay away from reasons.
You might as well tell the reasons why, because like let's just not make it into a whole political debate. Just like explain. If we start going to full political debate, I'm pulling the
Just
two.
give me the gist of the reason.
Okay. This is because of a recent boycott of what's being considered a boycott of Blizzard due to them punishing a player, one of their grandmasters of Hearthstone, for being pro Hong Kong.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He was banned for a year and had his prize money taken away. Recently, that has turned to a 6-month ban, and he got his prize money. But people are still up in arms about this. And just recently too, they banned a team from playing due to the same thing. They keep claiming that it's not because it's of political reasons. However, their actions have been saying otherwise.
Yes, it's like literally eliminating the thing of free speech. Basically, Blizzard's like going crazy.
I could go into more detail. However, since we are trying to not keep this political,
according to Juan, though, he sent me an article right here posted by The Gamer. no Nintendo. They're not offering refunds because of the hashtag coming out here. I'm trying to find out what it is here, but like,
if it's unplayable, that's understandable.
I don't know. Depends on what's going on there. Like, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be unplayable. It might be a little different, but I'm not gonna play it, so I don't really.
And this is
I do know that
a while back.
I do know that South Park had that great episode called "Banned in China."
Oh my god.
Where they just said out loud, "Fuck China," and definitely props to South Park for having the guts to not only say that, but also Comedy Central allowing that.
Free speech.
I have not really. I know, but.
Okay, at this point, you know how much power South Park has?
The only thing they can't do is because they didn't do the whole thing with the 200th episode incident because there was a terrorist threat. But other than that, like, you know, like.
Yeah, I actually watched a little bit about that because they want to actually show a picture of Muhammad.
Okay.
And they, of course, in the religion, that's a big no-no. You could be killed for that. And in the 200th episode, they were going to do it again because they actually had shown a picture of him in, like, I think it was season 3.
Yeah, it was the episode with David, the super best friends. It was during a time when the whole Middle Eastern thing was not so like hectic. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
Can we just point out here? Let the record show this is not an attack on anybody's religion. We're not trying to like condone anything here. We're just explaining a situation. That's all.
Yeah, here's a real picture, Muhammad.
That's the thing here. I think it was Brad Jones who made this thing here when he was reviewing Rocket's Your Decision. Like, well, if Rock sends you to hell, at least when you go there, you'll have plenty of rock music to listen to. You know what? On second thought, I take that back. It's probably all just going to be Nickelback. So. When they South Park, they actually had a bit of a beef with Comedy Central about that because for them, like, whenever people say like we're not going to do this because we're religiously tolerant, Trey Parker's like, no, you're not. You're afraid of getting blown up. And he goes, at least Comedy Central admitted to that. They admitted they did not want to get blown up. So that's definitely good. They were at least honest about it. They weren't trying to BS them. Oh yeah, so like, in this case, like, you know, they're just trying to do free speech and just get everything out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not trying to like say anything about China. I mean, like, I don't want to go. Like, I mean, okay, you know what? This is starting to get too political for us. I'm putting down the tuba. That was the political tuba, everybody. We play it whenever we get too political.
But there is one thing that's not on the list that we do have to talk about, though. You see, Evan wanted me to watch this.
Can we actually save that for we're done with the news things? Right now, we still got a couple more stuff. I can't wait to talk to you about it. Can't wait to talk to you about that. So, another thing that was going on here, just a quick reminder. This is kind of for me, actually. I'm going to take the camera real quick. Tomorrow there's going to be a release for the next and final trailer for Rise of Skywalker. My dad and I will be doing a reaction video to it. Look forward to that. It's going to be on my vlog channel, EvB, or Evan's Vlog, whatever you call it. You can find it on my channel. That's MibEvan. You can see it on the other channel on the Those Other Guys section. So look forward to that. We're looking forward to that. We're going to see if we can do the 27-hour marathon. Booyah. So,
are you serious? You're gonna try to do the 27-hour marathon?
Yeah, my dad really wants to try it, and I said, fine, cool, I'll do it for it, so long as I don't see that.
I couldn't even get through the last 2 Harry Potter films back to back.
So long as I don't have to watch that crappy Clone Wars movie, then there we go. Anyway, one other thing going on here was one that came for a disappointment to me, actually. The Cowboy Bebop Netflix series is now on hold for 7 to 9 months because apparently John Cho, the lead, got injured on set.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really specified based on what I'm seeing of what happened, but he was sent. But it was a stunt injury and surgery was required from what I'm looking at right here.
I believe it.
And which
So
is
do I.
Still, though, it's kind of a bummer. Was really looking forward to that series. I actually really was looking forward to
Well,
it.
you'll still see it. It's just delayed.
Yeah, true. I mean, like, it was just getting close, and they just released the trailer of the corgi they got for Ein, and he looks adorable, and he's a good dog. I like how I said that your cat just walked into the background there. He's like, did someone say dog? Where? And she's gone. Thank you.
No.
That was Jed Blonsky's cat. So, what else we got here?
Quit staring at my pussy.
Yes, that's Jablonski's usual joke. Thank you for that. Anyway,
You're quite welcome.
looking at here, there's nothing else that's worth talking about here. Nothing really much. They're making a live-action Barney movie. I don't know what the point of that is because every single episode was live-action. There, we got it out of the way.
Well, if you had nothing left in your little book, we can always go to the series finale.
Actually, before
We're saving that
before
for
we
the
do
last
that,
one.
before we do that, since you guys have been making promotions for other things,
Cool.
now it's my turn, motherfuckers.
I didn't say you couldn't, but okay.
Just go with the joke, Evan. Seriously.
Okay, so the site that I usually write for is a retro site. It's a little bit more family friendly than this. This Friday at 8:30 Central, not Central, and 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, Retro Days is going to be doing their annual Halloween special. However, this one's going to be a bit different than the years prior. The years prior were more clip show based. Over the past year, they we have been working on doing our own YouTube series.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
While I personally don't have a hand in it, it is called RD's Retro Detention, which is basically a show that talks about retro things in a high school-like setting. For the Halloween special, however, we have a special guest. It is going to be hosted by the Crypt Keeper, voiced by the man himself, John Kasser.
Cool.
Yeah. And when is this event?
Is on October 25th, which is a Friday,
Oh wow, that's coming up.
at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is in the Retro Days Theater, and the doors open at 7:15. However, you need to sign up for the site itself in order to access the theater. Also, there is a note that date and time are subject to change because shenanigans happen. I have been with this site for about 7 years,
Oh wow.
and they have been really kind to me.
Because we haven't.
I've only been with you guys for like about maybe 2. But anyways, the site is retrodays.org. You can just Google it. There's like a dash between retro and days. But please come by. I will be there. I'll pull myself away from Call of Duty to watch this because I like my Retro Days family.
Very good. Very good.
And hope to see people there. If you guys can find my username, that'll be fun because I'll see yours. You won't know mine.
Always a fun time there.
And that takes care of that.
Yeah, that was everything in the book there. So yeah, going back to what Cruiser said, Cruiser was able to watch Psycho for the first time.
Yes, I was. Well, at least from beginning to end. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but this was my first time seeing it from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
And thoughts? Yeah, it's definitely a good movie.
Yeah.
And if anyone who's been a fan of the stream for a while knows I actually defended the remake, and Evan and I actually did some research on it and found out it was meant to be shot for shot on purpose.
Yes, because it was made for this. Hey, Juan, what's up?
Hey.
All right, Mr. Black Me Up is in the building.
Oh my god.
We are never letting that one go,
You
Evan.
said you were letting it go. At least use it in a correct context.
And there was actually one scene that Evan and I were kind of analyzing where okay, screw it. But still, just in case, spoilers. Norman, as his mom, comes out to stab a police officer, or was it a detective?
No, basically, the killer comes out and, lest I hold for spoilers even further, the killer comes out and he's basically, it's the second kill in the movie. There's a cop that's, hold on a second, Jablonski, Juan, you've seen Psycho, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
The original.
Been years.
Yeah,
for me.
Mr. Page's class.
Nice. And Jablonski, you have as well?
It's been far too long since I have.
Yeah, as long as the one that you remember, the one that didn't have Vince Vaughn that maybe... I was going to tell you that first of all, Cruiser, I tried watching the original shot-for-shot remake, and the moment after the first shower kill, I'm like, you know what, I can't... If Vince Vaughn does anything else in this film, I'm done.
Frankly, I like the idea of Vince Vaughn being a killer because when he looks like one.
Well, that was the thing that was cool about Norman. He didn't look like one. He looked like the everyday man. That's why people liked him. He was just like an everyday man that looked like he wasn't able to snap.
I'm not saying Norman was bad. Not at all. This is just something I've always noticed about Vince Vaughn. Even beforehand.
Anyway.
I just noticed that this guy looks creepy.
Anyway, yes, he's referring to the second kill in the movie. You guys remember this. It was when the detective is following Norman into the house. He goes up the stairs and then is stabbed by the killer.
Not gonna lie, it's been a long time.
I understand. It's like an above-head shot where she basically swings herself in over a doorway, and she swings at him. He jumps back and falls down the stairs, knock him out. She stabs him to death.
Basically, yeah, it seems like there was before he falls down the stairs and he kind of goes in for the big surprise that he could have seen Norman going in for the kill.
Yeah, me and him were having this over analyst argument. I was saying, you look at the carpet on the floor and the way she's swinging there. It's here's the door. She's swinging herself over it's like one of those. What's the word I'm looking for? The circumference kind of thing. We were calculating radius and everything, and we basically came to the conclusion that he did see it. He dodged back, but at the last centisecond, but then realized, oh shit, the stairs, shit, boom, falls down, knocked out, dead. There you go. That's what we kind of concluded. Then again, if he were to go for the wall, what would have happened? Norma would have got him.
And now that I've seen this, we now have to see Psycho 2, because from what I've been hearing, Psycho 2 is actually not that bad.
Yeah,
in fact, James Rolfe made this top 10 called Top 10 Sequels That Aren't As Bad As Everyone Says, which, great title, by the way. And that was actually on his list. And I saw the trailer for it, and it looks good. It really does. I like the idea they went with it. And however, though, they said you can skip Psycho 3 and 4.
Yes, I mean, I've
What
heard...
about Psychosocial?
Psychosocial.
Psychosocial.
I've heard, if you want to... If you want to... the story enough had everything in there. If you want to just see what happens next, there you go. Though I basically was watching James Rolfe's, analyst of all the Psycho movies, and, it was yeah.
That, I haven't seen that video. You'll have to link it to me.
I wouldn't. If you want to see Psycho 2, he strongly recommends not watching it. It will be spoiling a lot. It's basically, put simply, it's if you want to see what happens afterwards, then you're whatever.
But the interesting conclusion that Evan and I came to, at least as far as the remake goes, is that there was really nothing else that anyone could do. I mean, everything. The whole point of doing
Sorry,
a
Delon, I
remake
didn't catch
is
that. Oh, he's going. He muted. Never mind. Sorry.
the whole point of.
Sorry.
The whole point of doing a remake is to like perhaps tell a story, but from a different perspective, or add something new to the story, and everything pretty much gets explained. So there's really nothing else you could have done except make it shot for shot.
Well, that was the thing. Like, the author did write a sequel to Psycho, except the thing was they kind of ignored the continuity with the sequels.
Well, I'm talking about the remake, dude, not the sequels.
Oh yeah, I thought I mentioned that out there. I know that. Like, the remake, it was a shot-for-shot remake, and it was whatever.
Yeah, and so the guy really just had like there's nothing new that anybody could have done. Now, if someone does have a different take on the story, I'd be more than interested to check it out. But I'm not expecting much.
There was the Bates Motel show, which I heard was okay. Actually, I heard it's really good from what I heard.
Yeah, that's something that I do have to check out.
Bates Motel.
But of course, But while both TV and movies are both motion pictures, they are different formats.
By the way, did you see the extra that came with that DVD, Lamb to the Slaughter?
Which disc is that on?
I think it's on the second disc. It's like one of.
Okay, yeah, I haven't checked out the second disc yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say up front, I know what you're gonna criticize, and I'm just gonna say this: it can hurt, can kill you. I've heard stories of that, of what she does killing people, because it's like getting hit with like 300 golf clubs at once. Anyway.
Oh, what?
Remember that story we read in middle school? Don't tell Cruiser because it was a Hitchcock film. Remember that story we read in middle school called Lamb to the Slaughter that we read?
A little bit, yeah.
With the woman who finds out her husband is having an affair, so she freaking.
Yeah.
It's like a really good story, but like I said, Cruiser, no matter how much you analyze it, the fact remains on the short. You can get seriously injured by doing it. It has been proven.
I don't even know what you're talking about yet, dude. So...
I'm just saying.
True.
I know what you're saying. I know that. I'm just saying there's going to be a point in that short where you're going to go like, bullshit. And I'm just going to say, no, it isn't. Anyway.
I came here to argue about Doug. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I wanted to throw my 2 cents in for the Overwatch thing to kind of clear things up.
Yeah, sure.
Without getting political. All right, so coming from a competitive player, I don't rank that high. What's happening
depends how high.
I don't rank high at all. It's like low silver, high bronze. What's happening is it's not just what happened to Blitzchung, who is the Hearthstone player that did what he did, but it's also the stagnation in Blizzard with the no Diablo for Warcraft has died and gone out. Overwatch is broken beyond repair on Switch, PC, Xbox, PS4. Competitive is terrible. So not only are people boycotting it for Blitzchung in China, but we're also kind of like, hey, while you're at it, fix your games because you don't care about your fans either. So it's more or less we're kind of using it as a catapult to put forth the other problems that are going on with Overwatch and other games.
All right.
So that's why we're boycotting Overwatch. However, Nintendo said that they're not going to promote Overwatch, but they're not giving refunds.
I heard that they were.
Because I didn't get my refund option either. So I know from hoping and praying that I could get one that I didn't get one yet. Maybe they will later on down the line. I don't know.
Because that's going to be a lot of orders. I mean, Overwatch on the Switch was a big deal.
Yeah. But it also plays horribly. Now, if they want to give refunds back for that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But,
just go back to playing Team Fortress 2. It's free. There you go.
Yeah, no, it's not Team Fortress. It just has the same graphic style, it's all.
Cell shades.
But yeah, so that's my 2 cents on Overwatch, and then why it's not just Blitzchung. It's we're also because John and I talked about this on our podcast that there's a lot that Blizzard pretty much has to do. Has anybody watched the Cleveland show in here before?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, there's this one episode on the Cleveland show where Cleveland has to go on this apology tour because he said something offensive.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty much what Blizzard's going to have to do. They're going to have to do the apology tour for all their fan bases because there's not just one thing that they can do to make everybody happy because each of their games have their own little fan camp. There's no like, I mean, there might be for some people like a Mega Blizzard fan camp, but really there's like the Overwatch camp, the WoW players, Hearthstone players, Diablo players,
I can imagine.
StarCraft,
I can
Heroes of the Storm. If anybody actually plays that game,
Oh my god. Like, I can imagine you logging on to Team Fortress 2 and they introduce a new weapon that's called the Chinese Incident just as a big... It's like an Overwatch-themed weapon or something like that, just...
oh my god,
Covered
no,
in-
he has to be a character that like is so much of a knockoff Overwatch character, but you can kind of tell that they're taking a shot at Blizzard.
Exactly, it's just called the Chinese Incident.
But then again, Valve updating their games in 2019. Lol.
Yeah, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
pretty much. They'll watch the mod community is gonna get it right on that.
Oh my god.
Video games. We love them, and they piss us off.
We love them, and they love to hurt us.
Exactly.
Oh yes, give it to me more, Blizzard.
I
like
think
crack the
you
whip
and I,
on-
Sonic fans, we can say the same thing.
We got
Oh my god.
Oh god. But anyway, what's next on your little book there, Evan?
Let's see here. Nothing really.
All right, it's finale time.
Okay, so let's begin there. I'm just gonna be the guy here because I'm wearing the stripes here. Here, Juan, if you want to back out
What are
of
you, a
this,
ref?
basically that was the object. Juan, if you want to back out of this while you still can, you can. So here's the.
Miss a nerd fight? No way, dude.
Oh
I'm
yes.
gonna mute my mic for this
I
one.
got my things there. I will be the guy that's doing the judge on this one here. So let's just go on here. We got the one corner, the guy who's offending the MLP finale, and we got the guy who defends every single goddamn episode out there, and which is me, Cruiser, and Spelunky being the
I don't defend every episode, dude. I have my list of dislikes.
Cruiser. Shut up. Anyway, you're supposed to be playing that character tonight. We have a thing there. Let's just make the record straight. They both liked the last episode. It was the previous episode beforehand that got the crits. And with
Wait,
that
can I do some ring announcing for this real quick?
Yeah, do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this following contest is scheduled for a one fall. Introducing first, in Florida, residing in Florida, he is known as a concert cruiser. What is this Jeopardy music? Oh, it's Rocky. Then, residing in Texas, I don't know if I have a nickname for him. He is the retro guy, Justin Jablonski.
So we're gonna.
Dude, you sound just like that ring announcer from WWE.
Wow, this is exactly
Why
right.
is it press like?
So these guys will be debating on the huge thing there, especially with more of the twists and turns there. If you are watching this, ladies and gentlemen, share this up here. If you want to see two nerds go at the throat there, I will be the one doing the rep there. So with that said, let the debate begin.
Ding, ding, ding.
Argue,
Okay.
damn it!
Okay, now if you want to argue that Discord's plan was bad, I can accept that. Yeah, it was bad. The thing that really kind of got Jablonski was that Discord was Grogar. I was actually okay with that. In fact, Jim Miller answered for that on his Twitter. He said that there was no way they were going to let a new to this generation villain take away what those three villains have earned, what they have been shooting for, what they haven't spent seasons trying to do, and then just have this new guy take over. There was no way they were going to let that happen. And plus, it was decided right from the very beginning that Discord was Grogar. They were discussing that right at the beginning of the season.
And I still think it's a horrible move to do. I mean, if they got together themselves, that's one thing. However, they got this old school villain, or what was supposed to be an old school villain, bringing them together and being the mastermind, the puppeteer of the entire thing. And yet, we get what we got. And it's a huge pulling the rug from under everyone.
Well, again, why should they let him have the glory when he was just here for one season?
Who said he was there for the glory? He was the big
Th-
bad
because
evil
that's what-
guy.
Because
Big
that's
bad
because
evil
that's
guy.
what because that's what you said, dude. Before the stream, you actually said that.
Okay, he was the big bad evil guy. Not all big bad evil guys take the spotlight. Those are egotistical, do.
I was about to say you've clearly not met Brawny Buck, so there you go.
Those who are those.
Excuse me, having no ref interference in the match, please.
Of course.
Can I just say I love the fact how
Resume.
The way they were portraying Grogar in this is that they were portraying him as who was supposed to be Grogar as the mastermind, as the one that, while doesn't take the limelight and the glory, plans and meticulates and goes, okay, you do this, you do this, you do this. And if you do not like what I do, what I'm telling you to do, tough shit. It's either you're in the game or you're out. In case Sombra. He had enough of Sombra's crap. It's like, okay, go out, see how far you can get. Chances are you may get to a high point, but you're gonna get beat in the end. And that kept everyone else in line until they plotted and schemed on their own. Now, the turn, I wouldn't have minded if it was the actual Grogar. If they go, you know what? No, us three could probably take you on. Let's take you out of the picture.
as far as I'm sorry, go ahead.
If that was the case and it wasn't just Discord in disguise, I would have thought that was a brilliant turn.
Evan with the goddamn sound effects.
Well, you guys just argue. Don't mind me. I'm the commentary.
But anyways, it's like, it's like there's nothing wrong with the underlings going out for the limelight and with the mastermind being in the back. However, with that kind of a twist, and something that they were kind of actually building up pretty nicely.
They said there was a battle going on. They never said that Grogar was going to be part of it.
Well, they never said that they never said in the season that all the villains were going to come together as well. So
You knew that villains were coming. They just never said Grogar was part of it.
yeah, but they never said.
They said he's still a villain.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of that's looking outside of that. That's kind of an easily breakable argument. That's like.
I know they got rid of Captain Marvel pretty fast.
What?
By God Almighty, the ref. By God Almighty, the ref is getting in on this match.
I'm making the call
this
here.
This is one slobber of a debate.
I'm making the call here. I'm making Cruiser's argument invalid.
No, that they still got rid of that character. Even it had nothing to do with anything. But then again, Captain Marvel was just a shitty
We're
character
not
movie
talking
anyway.
about Captain Marvel.
We're not talking about Captain Marvel.
Fine. Okay, here we go with
for
that.
another day. Once I actually see the film.
I've seen the reviews. I don't need to see that film or that bitch.
We're not talking about films, Cruiser.
Anyway, it's still. I should say this. Yeah, you knew that there was going to be this big battle, but you still don't know who's going to be part of it.
They showed it in the trailer. They altered the trailer up to show Grogar coming out of a portal in front of Twilight.
That is true.
I never saw that. Can someone actually link me that? Because I want to see that. I've only seen one trailer for the finale.
After the stream.
No, we need.
No, I have to know because otherwise you could be bullshitting.
Stop. I could tempt. I will look this up. I am the ref, and I'm going to see whether or not that's confirmed. What was this trailer?
It's like the finale trailer for season 9.
Go on.
And I have to see this for myself, dude. I cannot see it through these cameras.
Go on. I need you to give me some commentary as I look this trailer up.
We'd like to welcome you back to Sunday Night Heat. I guess we're gonna go with here. And we are having one heck of a debate right now. We're in the middle of a collar and elbow tie-up. Both these men are giving strong debates.
I am looking at a movie entitled MLP Friendship is Magic Season 9 Finale trailer. Let's Save Equestria on the My Little Pony official.
Send me the link.
I can't.
Sweet Lord.
Dude, I can't do it during midstream because then they're going to be able to see your chat room and login information. I mean,
dude,
your name.
just send. Dude, send it to me via text.
No, if we're seeing this, everybody's going to see it, not just specifically you. So I'm going to the
we have an incompetent ref.
Incompetent.
There's a new referee out here. Come on.
Get a better ref.
Get down to the ring.
Time out. You want me to show to publicly show?
No, just send it on your phone. Dingus.
Yes, that's what I'm doing right now. That's what
yeah, you see what to put up what you want? This guy can't figure it out.
I was going to do it to begin. Never mind.
Well, I have the airspace to do this. I've always wanted to do this. It's Austin and Tyson. It's Austin and Tyson.
You will find the link on the Ants call chat. I'm watching this as we speak.
No, dude, send it to my phone. I'm not going to go through that entire app to just find a link.
You can't just go to the Ants chat.
Dude, send it to my damn
Jablonski,
phone.
can you go to the Ants chat? Let me ask this. Jablonski witnessed this on the Ants chat.
Question: why can't you just send us?
I'm going to. I want
you.
every single one of you to have a good view of this. Jablonski gets a deserved right to see it as well. So Jablonski, are you able to access the Ants chat?
Give me a second.
It doesn't even need to be on your phone.
I'm on the chat.
It doesn't even need to be on your phone.
Actually, it kind of does.
There you go.
That way I can see you guys.
That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
All right, let's have a look at this thing here.
I am watching the trailer fully right now to see whether or not Jablonski is telling the truth or not.
Twilight.
No audio. No audio. No audio. We're looking for visuals. Again, no audio. Copyright.
I don't think he can hear you. Just deafen him.
All right.
All right, let's see here.
We'll be right back with you guys later on. Juan, more commentary, please.
We'd like to welcome you back to Monday Night Raw. The next match we have up is the game Triple H versus the Architect Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that never happened.
And tonight's match is brought to you by Oscar Mayer Wiener. You want a piss poor hot dog? There you go.
There are scenes in here I'm seeing that weren't in the episode. Let me see if Jablonski was right, though. There's the Wendigos.
Kitties.
That was a portal. There's Discord.
So far, I'm not even seeing Grogar.
I know they have been show. They did show some scenes that weren't in there. Let's see. I'm on the final chapter. Well, it begins.
Just as a heads up to people, I have no idea what they're talking about. I've never seen a show day in my life.
Pony pollution.
It was like about 2 trailers.
Pony Mania.
Yeah.
This thing did not show Grogar in a portal.
I'm not seeing anything here, Jablonski. I'm sorry. Your thing is out. That thing is.
Oh, he's got it tied up in a submission now. Here we go.
He's going down for the count. Oh, he gets up a 2. He gets up a 2.
Ask him. Do you tap? Do you tap? Ask him.
Did you tap, sir?
I'm the ref here. Do you tap?
No, I am not tapping.
You're watching.
Look at the strong-willed individual young man just trying to break out of this hold.
The crowd's
I
going.
gotta say, this is actually one of the most fun streams we have ever done on this.
The crowd is going wild. All right, let me just put a little bit of a defense force on this one. To be fair and barely any of the trailer also didn't show T-Rex, Cozy Glow, and Chrysalis, so on Jablonski's side on that one, I'll give it to that. Cruiser, however, was correct. However, like I said, that's kind of an even one there. Then again, in the other episodes, they also didn't show any of the other villains in general.
Either.
He's falling off the turnbuckle with the elbow.
So in other words, once again I'm throwing the argument of villains being shown in the trailer to be thrown out.
See, what I thought what he could be going through was like the Mandela effect, where he thought he saw something, but turns out it wasn't the actual
Jablonski,
case.
it's Baron Stain.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Oh, like the 2 Ultimate Warriors.
Darth Vader didn't say, "Luke, I am your father."
What did he actually say? Because I remember that.
No, I am your father.
I am your father. Yeah.
He just says, "I am your father," not "Luke, I am your father."
No,
Yeah. He just says, "No, I am your father," and then Luke says, "No," and he goes, "Look inside. You know it to be true."
I like
But for
that.
some reason, everybody heard Luke. I don't know how.
Luke, I don't know how.
Luke, I don't know how.
I do know that Boy Meets World made that mistake.
Anyway.
They did.
Anyway, sorry to go back to challenge the thing here, but like we do have to stick to the subject here. So anyway, yeah, audience is going. Where were you? Oh yeah, audience is going wild. Jablonski, I'm afraid, like I said, your showings was inadequate, and this was a video on the official page, man.
And like I said, jumping off of a turnbuckle is actually very scary.
Oh yeah, it is.
It doesn't look
He puts
that
the
high.
phone down. He's putting the phone down. Do you tap, sir?
Yes.
I'm not gonna tap on the argument, but I will tap on
Like I
that
said,
specific thing.
for a little support there for Jablonski.
We got one fall.
We got one phone.
We got one fall.
An Iron Man.
But no, I still say that this was a bad twist. This was a horrible twist.
No, I thought it was pretty good.
Okay, let me just get you here. Let's talk about the bell. What was Discord's intent of them getting the bell? I'm gonna let Cruiser put in this one because he kind of seemingly won that last one.
Well, after the series finale, Big Jim Miller, the supervising director, he actually, I guess you could say, did his own AMA on his Twitter, and a lot of people were asking about his plan, the bell, or even the ships that they showed, and they said they purposely left some things ambiguous so fans could actually debate them over.
Mm-hmm.
And it's possible this could be one of them, because what was the plan with the bell? I don't know. Maybe we can make something up.
I guess Big Jim was right because there we go right now. So that's what your argument is there. Okay, Cruiser. I'm sorry, Jablonski. You have your argument now.
With the whole bell thing,
Yes,
it was to keep up with the apparent appearance of Grogar, because he was known for the bell.
No, he was known for spawning cages. So there you go.
And not only that, I mean, like one of the biggest, one of the things was his bell.
Not really. In the original things, it was his thing. They're like, bell sweet.
No, I think actually no. His power did spark from his bell,
Yeah,
though.
it did spawn from the bell.
I'm just saying that I apologize.
Oh, now the wrestlers are going after the ref. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
No. What
and
I
our
was
ref is getting turned on
what
now.
I was
Oh
referring
my
to, I was-
God, God Almighty.
Cruiser knows what I'm talking about. I'm referring to when we watched Return to Tamblon, where it's a bell in his tower that destroys him. I was joking around.
Yeah.
Like I know what the whole thing
There's
was.
no joking around in a wrestling match.
So,
but yeah, it still makes no sense. And like, yeah, that is Discord shtick before you start on me. But I think even for Discord, it's not that it's odd, it's just dumb.
Well, we acknowledge that his plan was bad. It was. When it comes to story writing, I definitely trust Brawny because he knows a thing or two about it.
of course.
So I asked him, what do you think? What did you think of this plan? And yeah, he thought it was bad. So yeah, I'm going to trust Brawny on this one. The twist itself, though, he thought was good too. I mean, heck, none of us saw it coming.
I will give one other input here. One of the things I argued about with Cruiser was I hated Grogar's new design because he wasn't as intimidating, and this kind of explains why he looks like my grandpa taking out the trash. So there you go.
Your grandpa has horns?
No, he looks like my grumpy old grandfather taking out the trash. There you go.
Who has horns?
No.
Aw, that would have been so cool.
Maybe my grandfather in Delaware, but there you go. So,
Well, it depends if you go to hell.
Jersey, I would have had something for that.
just by ref thing there, I'm making the call here that I'm going to be giving that point. So far we got 1-on-1 there. I'm going to be tying this one up here with Cruiser taking that win there. So the bell thing has been debunked there. So Yes, we got a thing here going on with one draw, one for Jablonski, one for Cruiser.
Which one did Jablonski win?
He won the thing with the average. What did he win? He won the first argument. I forgot what the first argument was before we did the.
Now our ref doesn't even remember what's happening.
Yeah, the first argument was about whether or not whether or not the twist was good or not, or no, it was Grogar being part of the final battle.
Yeah, but that was it. Jablonski had a good argument on that one. Then we did the seeing whether or not it was in the art. It was in the trailer, and we kind of had a pseudo thing on that one. And then you won. You're basically tied. Just go with it. Anyway,
You're supposed to be the ref, Evan.
What?
And by the way, I also got black and white. So GG.
Yeah, but I'm dressing in a more memorable style.
Oh please, that movie's overrated.
How dare you insult the referee? I'm calling that in contempt.
The only good thing about that movie was the look, the animation style, and the soundtrack.
That was kind of the whole movie.
No, the dialogue was shit. The dialogue was terrible.
Continue getting off track there, Cruiser.
I begrudgingly agree with that.
Cruiser is getting us all off track. He's trying to lead everybody off. I'm calling that there.
Oh, there's a distraction as he grabs for a chair.
Continue.
He's got the chair.
Lead us off track one more time, and I will.
He's got the chair.
Lead us off track one more time, and I will find you in contempt. So let's just go on to this one there.
You are not a
Wrestling
judge
match
or
or
ref.
court?
What?
Is this a wrestling match or court?
Yes. Anyway, Anyway. Wait, let's just go on to the other one there. I will say up front, you can agree that that basically the second part was the best part of this thing where the first part,
yeah. I'll give it that.
You guys,
Pinkie Pie in the chaos form was just
Yes.
the fact of her coming out into frame like.
Can I also point out the the one writing flaw that was in there that even Brawny pointed out there when Chrysalis calls Tyrek a manticore, and like 2 minutes later Discord refers to him as a centaur, like they got that breed wrong at one point. That's just a nitpick, but you know.
That's actually, I've seen that happen before with South Park, where they say something goes to air, they say it wrong, but then the next time they air it, they actually fix it.
Well, it wasn't like next time they aired, it was like Chrysalis mocks him, like, oh, is the manticore like friggin' up in his jimmies, and then Discord says some, I don't know what he says exactly, but he uses the word centaur. Even when we were watching that live, the moment she says manticore, Brawny's like centaur! So let's just get that down out of the way. The second part was the best one there, and let's just face it, we got what we wanted. We didn't want Tyrek reformed. So
yeah,
and let's just face it, it made a pretty good parody of Endgame. I'm not saying it was intentional, but it was actually a pretty good comparison.
Plus, not to mention the fact that they turned a child into stone. I think it's pretty metal.
Eventually, they all stopped thinking.
Yep.
So,
Katie, stop that. So.
Yeah, stop showing everybody your cat's butt.
I still.
Monkey TOS,
You were
by the way.
referring to what? You were referring to JoJo, weren't you, on that one?
Yeah. Eventually, Cars.
I was referring to Dr. Stone.
Yeah, but you know, face worse than death. I think I actually posted that on DeviantArt, and someone actually posted there. They begged for death, but they couldn't die. Eventually, they stopped thinking. And the worst part is they could still hear, so that makes it even worse than Cars. Anyway, that should be the big debate here. Who had a worse fate? The villains of the season finale or Cars? There you go. Anyway.
Like Cars is in the Disney movie?
No, Cars. He's a villain in JoJo. He dies by getting thrown into space and then turned to stone. He floats off in space, and when he dies, he's technically frozen immortal, so he can't die. So he eventually his thought process stops. Anyway, another story there. So I'm trying to think of something else here that I could put down there. What should I bring up here, ladies and gentlemen? Bring up any topics here if you want me to put out there. One thing that I really thought.
So this debate ended in a tie.
We reached deadlock
for now.
Which is one thing that I kind of find interesting about this season is I actually was thinking about this recently. I was talking to another person, and he said to me, with the ending, it's kind of optional. And I said, "What do you mean?" Think of it like this: you can. He actually demonstrated this here because he saw the season. I forgot who it was. It may have been. Who the fuck was it? It was someone on Golden Fox's server. Anyway, he said, here's the thing I liked about this season. whether or not you liked or hated it, the thing about it is you could technically subtract the subplots of the villains from this season and you wouldn't really miss anything, which I thought was kind of interesting because the villains only had like 5 episodes, the 2 in the beginning, the 2 at the end, and the one where they're on the quest. And they don't really have any other interferences throughout the episode, to my knowledge. I kind of lost track of everything in between, but like, what would you guys say about that as an interesting thing? Like,
I actually don't get it.
You don't get it? Basically,
Uh,
the subplot with the villains and Grogar, they each had a separate episode and didn't really carry on to the other episodes aside from that one where they're on the quest.
Okay, I think I see what you're getting.
So
meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom.
So that's kind of, yeah, exactly. So literally, you could cut the season opening, the season finale, and that one episode out, and you kind of would still have a full-length good story, in a way. So yeah, in a way, I kind of see that as a good like way you could put it out there. Like if you didn't like it, you can just cut out that subplot. In a way.
And I think the other thing we can agree with on the finale, Starlight versus Chrysalis was badass.
That was cool. And I will make another argument on this one. Grogar technically was kind of involved in the final battle. He kind of had more of a phantom presence because of his bell being there. So I guess he kind of would have had a phantom presence in a way.
One thing, though, that happened during that final song, and I'm not ashamed to say this, but I actually teared up during that last song.
I did too.
We spent
9
so
years.
much time. Yeah, we spent so much time with these girls, and now they're grown up and saying goodbye. As Jablonski laughs.
Yeah, Jablonski.
See, I can laugh because my mic is muted.
Jablonski, what are you talking about? What are you laughing about?
Just the way
know.
he said it.
He started laughing, then I started laughing. I don't know what.
Because
happened.
I said that we spent so much time with these girls.
Yeah, we've spent so much time with these characters. Anyway.
And when it was over, I actually sent Daniel this private message on Twitter, and I am so pathetic that I actually screen capped it. I said, "Hey Daniel, I know I left you a reply on your thread, but I couldn't help but just tell you personally, thank you for every piece of music you've given us. I would not have gotten back into music if it wasn't for you." To which he responded, "No, thank you, Justin, for being such a supportive fan and of the music and my songs. It really means a lot."
One of the last tweets that he did for during the finale was "So long and thanks for all the fish."
Did he really say that?
Yes, he really said that, and I posted a picture. I posted a GIF of dolphins just jumping out of the water.
Attaboy.
Okay, hold on. Can someone explain the joke to me?
Okay, have you ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
A long time ago.
Okay, in the beginning of the movie, they mention how dolphins are the smartest creatures on Earth, next to humans, and they have predicted that the end of the world is coming. However, humans cannot interpret their warnings, and the last warning that they said was "So long and thanks for all the fish."
Anyway, here's another one that I just realized that Jablonski brought up. One of the things that the writers said, I believe it was, correct me if wrong, was was Twilight will never outlive her friends. What was your... I'm going to throw that one at Jablonski this time to open it up there, so your arguments on that idea, please throw that out.
She is totally going to outlive her friends. Because if you look at the final image, you see all her friends are aged completely different than from what she is. She still looks like Celestia if she was younger. She's gonna outlive them. She's not immortal. I will give the writers this, that she is not immortal, because she does grow. She does age. But hers is extremely slow. So saying that she isn't gonna outlive her friends, I feel is bull.
Okay, so we got Cruiser going down on that one there.
Okay. First of all, It was Megan McCarthy who said that she is not going to outlive her friend. That's way before any of this. And Big Jim Miller was also asked about that on his little AMA and said that personally was never discussed during the script writing of that season. So it seems like we got Megan McCarthy saying not going to happen, Jim Miller saying we never discussed it. So I'm going to have to go. What?
In a way, you're saying it was kind of like an open idea.
I'm saying what it is that while I personally don't believe she will, it's one of those things that was left ambiguous for fans to debate over.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It was kind of like an open ending there. Who knows? Maybe she might want to retire.
Well, it's not exactly an open ending because the book closed at the end.
Well, technically, there is more to the story. Judging by that one there, considering of all the other things that we represented on the show, if you want, I kind of would see that there maybe if it was something that like maybe she would be meant that in like a mental sort of way, like she wouldn't like outlive her friends like in a mental sense or something like that, what she learned or something like that might have said there. But in a physical sense, I'm going to have to go to Jablonski on that one there. I am, which means I am throwing that topic on his way for the sense of physicality on that one. Unless Twilight retires. Well, I don't know.
I can only go on what the staff says. That's the way I look at it.
Yes.
They're the ones who made it. I'm going with them.
I can't really take.
I have to disagree with the ref. He kind of makes points. Cruiser makes a point.
This is kind of going more on the thing there with Cruiser being the staff.
I still don't know what we're talking about.
Shut up.
The referee, you guys will be muted for a second there as I discuss with Juan. Will be Juan. You guys are going to be deafened. On second thought, I'm going to put you in the other Ants chat while we discuss it. That is a good point there. This is actually kind of what I like about this. I know you're not in tune with the show, but you're seeing the context of what I'm here. Is that we're seeing that we're seeing that Jablonski is clearly watching this as the viewer, where he's doing more of the research behind the scenes. That's kind of where the debate is, whether or not it's being presented or how it was meant to be presented. What would you think?
So you're saying from a fan's eyes versus a viewer's eyes?
Not in a way, more like someone who was like more or less researched on it and one who was not.
So pretty much facts versus feelings then.
In a way, there. It's like when you go to the movies, like you see a movie critic, they're not going to be looking up at the behind the scenes stuff there. They're there as the viewer. Like, what do you think?
I don't know. I kind of, when it comes into research and you go through like all those fan-made theories and theory crafting stuff, I'm not a big fan of it. When you get the words right from the source, that's like saying like, I don't know, next week on Ants, we have Rob Scallion, and we go, no, we don't. But then, like, fans are theory crafting in the background, like, yeah, we're bringing Rob Scallion from YouTube on the Ants. And then, you know what I mean? I mean, that'd be awesome. If you want to come on the show, I'd love to talk to you.
Rob Scallion.
He's Rob Scallion, dude. That'd be sick.
You were the best thing in that nostalgia critic review, so I guess we can kind of make the call on who, like, more or less.
Yeah, I kind of have to go with, like, when it's official versus research that can be, you know, botched. You know what I mean?
Then again, it's kind of
not
obvious.
saying that he botched it.
Then again, the way that he didn't botch it, Jablonski in a way kind of responded in the same way that they intended.
I think it's just another tie.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tie.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tie.
Okay, bring it back in. Bring it back in.
Conferring with the announcer.
I have responded in the same way. Hey, you're watching that. You're cheating.
Wait, who's watching?
Dude, no, shut off the audio. Shut off the audio. It makes an echo effect.
Disqualification. Ring the bell.
Yeah, that's a disqualification, dude. That's an instant disqualification.
No, but we're gonna award it a tie.
Yes, we're awarding the tie. The official thing with basically Cruiser's ideas were technically open. Jablonski responded to the same way Cruiser did, but at the same time, Cruiser did kind of like go against what the intention was at that point. So, you know, there we go.
Random commercial break. The 10-second song.
Wait, I went against
No,
the
basically
rules?
in a way, no, you didn't go against the rules. It's kind of like, it was more or less, how do I describe this? It was like more or less like a continuous circle of like either way there. So in a way, we kind of had to tie it up there. That's the best way I could word it. Juwan,
Although I got
random commercial break. The 10-second songs guy did Psychosocial in the style of Linkin Park.
Cutting to the title card.
Continue.
Are you gonna play it?
No, I can't play it. Somebody else's YouTube, dude. I'm not playing that.
Ah, frack! I just went to the title card for nothing. Okay, so So in words, that thing was kind of a try. So we got 3 on 3. So that one is gone. So in a way, so I'm just gonna go with here because I can't think of anything else to discuss. In a way, it draws. So I'm just gonna go with the final conclusion here of my ruling. In a way, with a deadlock here, it depends on what you want to look at it with opinions. I mean, Cruiser defends every single episode out there, where Jablonski, he is the skeptical one. He's kind of with that one.
You say that again. I am going to go AWOL on your ass.
Cruiser, I'm not being serious. Anyway, what
Again, do not spread misinformation.
Both combatants are again turning on the ref.
Cruiser, truce.
I clearly won, but true. Evan does have a good point. It depends on how you want to look at this.
Like I said, with what we discussed here, you could literally just take out the villain subplot from this in a way. That's what I liked about the season, because you could literally take out the villain subplot and it can still work.
And like I was saying before, it depends on how you want to look at this. For me personally, because I interview these people, because I spent considerable more time with these people, I have to take the official word here. So I'm sticking with what Megan McCarthy and Jim Miller have said. That's how I'm going to look at this.
Jablonski, closing argument.
Pardon me.
I saw from what I saw in the show itself, and while I do think that Cruiser does miss some points, however, coming from the aspect of someone that also does write, there are things that are just that one writer may think is a good idea, others not so much.
Right.
And I gotta say, if that 10-second guy was to replace the singer of Linkin Park, I'd be okay with that.
I'd be okay with too, but look at this pause, Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
He looks like he's got the Thanos chin going.
He does. He has like the Thanos chin with the Weird Al Yankovic dreadlocks.
This guy, if this guy were to come in to fill in for Chester, I would not be angry.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, again for our debate for the night. We reached a good deadlock. We had a good time.
Hold on. There's
cookies and punch at the door.
Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, this match ends in a no contest.
Howard Finkel. I think that's the guy's name. I think that's the.
Yeah.
You sound just like him.
I've been practicing his voice for years.
Oh, Jawad, we got to get you back in for more of these debates.
Let's have more debates, dude. I'm down. That brings in views.
If we're going to do that, then for Juwan's sake, we have to do one of two things, possibly both. 1, video games, or 2, wrestling.
Debating wrestling all day long. Today's product is garbage. Fight me right now. Anybody else that's a wrestling fan?
If it makes you feel any better, dude. When I asked him what he thought, and this was like, I think it was either this past year or last year, and he just said he does not like it. He said it is way too PC.
Would you ask again? My headset cut out.
Jerry Lawler.
It's funny because he just got hired to do Raw. He's doing Raw again.
The guy needs to make a paycheck.
Yeah, well,
I can't fault him for that.
I know you know who the Dudley Boys are, but they're like a really infamous tag team, and Bubba Ray is just slaying them on Twitter every day. It's all about AEW. He's loving AEW. The poor kids in NXT can't keep up.
And I feel so bad for TNA too, because like they started out so good, and then they got Hulk Hogan.
Well, I felt bad for Ring of Honor because they were picking up heat, and then like AEW came about, and everyone's like, "Okay, bye Ring of Honor, bye New Japan."
I remember that.
Like, and New Japan was so good. It's such good wrestling, but not everybody watches it because AEW and WWE. One, because it's hard to find New Japan on at a normal time. And they are starting to dip into the American market more. So I implore anybody who's out there that's either wrestling or not wrestling, to check out New Japan Pro Wrestling. They have a phenomenal product.
Yeah.
And there was actually this very short-lived wrestling league that aired on MTV called Wrestling Society X.
I barely remember that.
Like this is how weird it was. Like they actually put in After Effects. Like if someone were to, like supposedly, I don't know if this is true or not, like get electrocuted, they would add in like visual effects in post.
Well, all right, you remember the '90s, right? When Taker would be shooting lightning at
Yeah.
people and Kane were setting people on fire and they were blowing up buses and stuff.
Yup.
That was awesome. They don't even do that nowadays.
Nope. Wrestling, as I got older, I just started viewing wrestling as a stunt show, but now even the stunts are gone.
See, now I just view wrestling as a sport. Like they went from trying to blend it and call it sportainment to now it's just like a sport where you can put on a succession of good matches, but there's no Undertaker kidnapping Stephanie McMahon to marry her. Like where's my soap opera? I need my soap opera with the fighting. Come on, people.
Juwan needs his stories.
I need my stories. Come on, I don't want to watch. If I want to watch men grope each other, I watch the NFL. No, I need stories. Come on.
Cruiser, didn't you say that that was one of the reasons why football was the gayest sport out there?
I actually called football. I was trying. Or I say that football is the gayest sport in the world because, it looks like the men are groping each other. The ball is already shaped like a testicle, and for those of you who are going to say no, it doesn't. Fight me. If you ever felt real male nuts, they're oval shaped. Okay, they're not round.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty much
Look
the
at
same.
the line of scrimmage. Why is his head that close to the other guy's
Not to
rear?
mention the guy's got his
Like,
hands when they're about to hike it. The guy's got his hands behind the guy's like he's about to grope his ass.
the guy is pretty much like cupping his sack. Come on.
And not to mention, you're running down the field with a bunch of guys who are hot after your ball to just line a pile of dudes for 20 minutes. Okay.
Let's not forget about the time that Tom Brady was recorded
in the shower.
And let's not also forget the time Tom Brady was recorded open mouth kissing his son. Football is weird, all right? He was half naked getting a massage, open mouth kissing his son. Football is weird, man.
It is.
Watch hockey.
At least, I used to refer to hockey as Springer on ice.
Yeah, hockey's on ice and there's blood, so there you go.
Yeah, at least hockey takes some balance and grace.
Like last night, I was at the Flyers game. I was on TV, by the way,
Nice.
and there was a fight. It was great.
Yeah, man. I remember I went to a Philadelphia Phantoms game and there was this brawl that went on for 20 minutes. Like the whole team like brawled each other. It was like crazy.
Oh, line brawl, they're the best.
That was the best. And it was the time when we were doing the teddy bear
Weird,
donate.
man.
Hold on, we got a caller.
Okay.
Let's just bring the new caller in here.
Oh, I know him.
Oh, really?
yeah, he's been in chat.
Donnell M324.
Yeah, it's my buddy Donnell. Hey, man.
You're on Ants. Welcome to the show.
Hey, just give me a second. I'm trying to work this on the freaking with headphones.
You're good.
I'm outside right now.
Are you at work?
I left work. I'm waiting for the bus.
Ah.
Yeah.
Random notes while we wait. John Cena's in a weird movie about kids in a fire
Give me
department or
1
something.
second.
Yep.
That movie looks awful.
Mm-hmm.
Just like about every other John Cena movie since.
Well, I heard which
Yeah,
Marine.
he went from "you can't see me" to "you don't want to see me."
what was that movie he was in with Tina Fey and the other one?
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. It's where they were trying to protect their kids from succumbing to their hormones, I guess you could say.
Oh no, that one was cock blockers, but it was another one. It was like Tina Fey and this other chick. I think it was called Sisters or something like that. And she was trying to get the other sister laid or something. He played a drug dealer in it.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I
fine.
can hear you.
Let me hear you.
Okay, I fixed it. All right, what's up?
What's up?
We went from a wrestling style debate about ponies to straight
I
up
was
wrestling
there.
and sports.
You were
I
there.
was there. You didn't read most of it. I was just saying dumb
Yeah,
stuff.
good.
Yeah, I
You
saw
were-
you there.
you
I
were-
was reading it. I just didn't want to interrupt the conversation. That was the thing. He's a goat.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, this is a debate cast. What are we debating about? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, if we want to debate, I can just bring up something stupid.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, of course you would, man.
Oh,
We do it
wait,
all the time.
Should we make another Crash Bandicoot game? Because me and John kind of got into a little bit of a debate about that.
What else is there to tell?
Oh yeah, that'd be fine. I'm cool with the new Crash Bandicoot game. Actually, no. If anything, I would like outside of debates, I would say this is a long shot, but I really, really, really want somebody to seize the rights from Blizzard to for Swinging Ape Studios. They made a game back in the day. I don't know if you've probably heard of it. Metal Arms Glitch in the System.
I think that sounds familiar.
That's oh, there I am! There I am!
What?
I'm sorry. I was watching the Flyers game.
Oh, nice. Take pictures, man. Send us that picture, man.
Oh yeah. There I am! Holy crap!
Take a picture of your screen, motherfucker. Anyway, like that game name does sound familiar. What was it? Was it a strategy game or was it?
It is a third-person shooter.
I don't think I might have
You
played it.
play as a robot. You play as a little robot named Glitch. Who they live on the. I can't remember the name of the planet, but it's basically a whole planet that is filled with sentient robots. One of their best scientists, Dr. Exlevolt, disappears behind the evil General Corrosive, who's this gigantic robot, and it's up to Glitch to find and save him and discover what's going on with the evil mills. It was it was a perfect little RP, like not RPG, but it was a third-person shooter. Really great not commentary, but it had really good dialogue between characters. The story was really great. The first mission is me and my friends. We're just regular old excavator bots. Oh no, the mills. Second mission. All right, we gotta go. They blow up and die in front of you, and then you gotta go save them. You gotta go save everybody else, and it's just you again. Everything. It was so much fun, and that was the only game that Swingin' Apes made, because once that game came out and it received such critical praise, Blizzard took them in so they can make a more or less cursed game by the name of StarCraft Ghost.
Like I haven't played a lot of StarCraft. I mean, like I'm aware of the memes and everything there, but like I was never into like strategic games. Honestly, like it was a thing of me. I never actually, truth be told, I've actually never been a Blizzard player. Believe it or not.
You know what? I wasn't into strategic games either until I played Fire Emblem Three Houses this year. Holy crap!
Oh, that's a fun game. But no, actually, StarCraft Ghost was supposed to be a third-person shooter set in the world of StarCraft, where you play as Agent Nova or whatever her name is, and there was supposed to be like StarCraft like elements. The whole problem was that game never got made. They took a bunch of people in, and they kept saying you have the right idea, but it wasn't what they were looking for. Basically, Blizzard had such high ass standards that this game just went, fuck it, we're not going to do it. Then, only to have the biggest knife in the eye, in StarCraft 2's, when StarCraft 2 came out with the different chapters, there was a mini episode called Ghost, where you play as Nova, but it's just StarCraft. So it was like, you fuckers literally did this for no reason.
Anyway, Donnell, thank you for sharing your thoughts there. And for joining us tonight.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's good.
No problem.
That was good.
Anytime.
Good luck on the eye.
Good luck on there. I like
I like to have him on the show. It was cool.
Yeah, it was.
I got one debate and one random thing. Check the Ants chat.
Okay, let me see there. Oh yeah, I like his
What
Tokyo.
did you do?
I like his Ken Kaneki Tokyo Ghoul thing going on there.
Yeah, he's I've known him since I.
Oh my
lived
god,
in,
that is
Sydney.
I told you. It's me and John.
Where were you at?
At the Flyers game last
Yeah,
night.
where are you sitting at?
That's the new area they renovated.
Oh my god.
Sports ball.
What are you doing?
Hold on.
Are you like interviewing somebody or something like that?
Sports ball!
No, we were just chatting. We just sat on the couch with these two random people. We started chatting. The guy's like, "Oh yeah, keep going." So we were just. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
on
right
the
there,
Flyers
guys.
game, boys.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
It's on the Ants chats. One
It's
chat.
the one above the
Part of me
one
is
right
thinking
now.
we were sitting right across from Kevin Smith.
That woman.
That would be crazy.
Doesn't that woman kind of look like my sister?
Was it your sister?
No, it wasn't my sister. It looks like my sister though. Doesn't it? It looks kind
what?
of.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not seeing anything here, guys.
You are.
Well,
The one hashtag Ants chat.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Are you
What chat?
Making the black joke.
Cruiser? You see the chat that we're in right now, that we're talking in the voice chat.
Yes.
It's the one literally above that. That's where I was posting the link to the MLP trailer.
Okay. Holy shit, that is you.
Yes, that was where I was posting the MLP trailer. Anyway, I'm
I got a good debate for the last 20 minutes, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Sure.
Should somebody take the rights to Pokemon away from Game Freak? Like Bandai Namco,
I wouldn't say that. I mean, they've been doing fine.
Atlas.
They've been
Well,
innovating.
the thing is, I saw a video from Jaywitz a couple of months ago, and he brought up a good point that I think it's time that Pokemon kind of adapts new style, like RPGs, JRPGs, ARPGs, whatever you want to call them. Japanese RPGs have become very popular over here in America now. And with Pokemon kind of being the mainstay that's been over here, I saw this meme that our friend Darren posted that was Shin Megami Tensei, Dragon Quest, Yokai watching Digimon, all making fun of Pokemon, and that one episode of SpongeBob where they were all making fun of Sandy. Yeah, so I kind of have to agree with Jay Woods that I think it's time they start either adapting from these other RPGs, or maybe somebody else should kind of get the license for it.
To an extent, I agree. I still believe that yes, Pokemon does need to adapt and evolve. But do I think it needs to change hands to do that? No, I think what needs to happen is that Game Freak needs to have an more expanded team, since they want to do games like a Little Town Hero.
Yeah.
And have a team separate focus on Pokemon, and maybe change heads of Game Freak if need be.
Bring back, hey you, Pikachu!
Oh my god, I would love to have a remake of that.
All right, let me ask you a follow-up question.
Never
Let me ask this
again.
follow-up question. Who played the Coliseum game, the game for the Game Boy, or GameCube, I mean?
Oh yeah, that was my shit. Wes is my favorite trainer of all time.
All right, so did you two like it?
I liked it.
I never played it. I don't think I played any of the Pokemon games that were available on consoles and not just
They
handhelds.
were great, man.
Now, see, that was a good game, but that wasn't made by Game Freak, come to find out.
Yeah, that was the Pokemon Company.
Yeah, but it was this other company, Genius Sonority, that developed it. So you can see what they can do without Game Freak.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
wonder
like,
if they want to.
Then again,
Actually, no, I take that back. I did play the photo game.
Oh, snap!
that was that Hal that made that?
Who? Snap?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
it was Jack. No, it was made by Jack and Beans.
But yeah,
Right.
That's literally what it's called, Jack and Beans.
But yeah, I see your point entirely, because
Yeah.
I do think that there needs to be a change with Pokemon itself. They're kind of doing it with with Sword and Shield. However, I'll give Sword and Shield a pass because it's it's Game Freak's first mainstream Pokemon game on a system. Criticizing mainstream.
I'll give them Game Freak credit that every single time when they do release a Pokemon game, it innovates itself in a way.
Kaiju Pokemon, no.
But after Sword
Yeah.
and Shield, I feel they need to step up their game.
the whole Kaiju Pokemon thing isn't doing it for me.
Yeah, I
kinda-
can't agree. That's
I kind of like it. It has a bit of a silly bit to it.
we just
Maybe if there was like a few of them that were like specialized in that, but not like almost every single Pokemon now.
Let's
You know,
just
it's
see how-
like,
And also more than just Gen 1 and Gen 8.
yeah, like I want to see how Sword and Shield plays out, but I think something needs to change because we're falling in love with these characters like Joker, Hero from Dragon Quest, silent protagonist from Fire Emblem. Now everyone's loving that.
in other words,
Um,
anybody they've introduced to Super Smash Brothers that people are starting to like.
The two characters I think you can play in Yokai Watch. I know crap about Shin Megami Tensei, but yeah, you know, it's I think it's time maybe they kind of stepped up, or if they want to make the mainline series games like that for kids, maybe they can give like, hey, this is like a different style RPG for, you know, older fans. That still has that
I feel
competitive
like they
battling
should
scene.
either split it off into one for the older fans and one for the younger fans, like do the Let's Goes for the younger fans, and we get the
big boy
main
RPGs.
titles.
Yeah, the RPGs, but and then put like a heavy emphasis on like competitive or something.
We
Yeah, I
want
agree
to
with
see
that.
Pokemon bleed.
Maybe not, but I kind of do now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you play that one PETA game, you do. Were you gonna ask me, Evan?
I actually wanted your opinion on this indie game. You played Cuphead, right?
Hold on, my headset cut out.
Sorry if this is a shame share. Did you play Cuphead?
Yeah. Oh, the ripoff?
Yeah, we have to talk about Enchanted Portals. Okay.
John and I just talked about this on our podcast too.
Now, recently, if you don't, can you just explain what happened exactly?
I don't know what happened because this just got brought to my attention yesterday by John, but he goes, "Do me a favor, right? We're in the middle of the podcast." He goes, "Just look up Enchanted Portals," and I go, "All right, whatever. Yeah, I'll look it up." So I look it up, and I'm like, "Oh, this is a sequel to Cuphead? No, this is a blatant ripoff of Cuphead."
Like, what's going on here is these guys are making a game, and it has like a similar art style to Cuphead, as well as some of the music stuff there. I mean, it's clearly not all hand drawn; it's like all digital this time, unlike Cuphead, which literally took years because it was hand drawn and everything there. And I don't know what the thing is. It's like two wizards. They open a book where there's a magic portal. They get sent to a magical land where everything's a cartoon or something. And
yeah, something like that.
The atmosphere is kind of like Cuphead, as well as the characters' like animations looking similar. And people were coming out calling it a ripoff and everything like there. And I can see where they're getting at. I can see that they're trying to do. The creators recently made a response to it on Facebook. I'm gonna read this out.
Oh, here we go.
This was the recent one. Hi everyone. First of all, I want to thank you all who have reached out to us to say that you love Enchanted Portals and can't wait to play it. I might give it a try. We think that our intent with the game has been greatly misunderstood, and we wanted to clarify some points and also give some context as to why the game is the way it is. I can't pronounce this name here. It's like XIXO, so I'm going to call it CIZO Game Studio. It's a small indie studio of only 2 people. Daniel, CEO, game director and programmer, and Gemma, it's a good name, artist and composer. Enchanted Portals is our very first game, and we are both avid Cuphead fans, and our initial idea was to make a game heavily inspired by it, not to attack or compete with it, but to celebrate it, and because we'd love to see more Cuphead-like games out there. We put all of our love and care into this project, and it comes from a place of respect and admiration for the original. That being said, we've been listening closely to the criticism, and we agree that having more elements that further differentiate ourselves from Cuphead would greatly benefit the game. So from now on, we work towards adding some more original gameplay mechanics, a more whimsical soundtrack that fits the setting, and as many other unique elements as possible. Above, our goal is to make a game that people will like and would want to play, but still celebrating the legacy of Cuphead, and paying homage to it. I hope this clears things up a bit, but you can be sure we'll be working hard to make the game the best game we can, and we'll be closely monitoring the response from the community. That's still a long road ahead of us, and we couldn't be any happier for what's to come. Again, thanks a lot for your words of encouragement and your ongoing support. It means the world to us, Daniel and Gemma.
Why don't they just do the thing that the people that made that Freedom Planet game do, where they were going to make their own Sonic fan-made game, but then they just decided to create their whole new character and world still inspired by Sonic?
Well, that's kind of what they're getting here.
That game's getting a sequel.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what they're doing here. I mean, they got 2 original characters in a world that's similar to Cuphead. I mean, like, let's get real here. I've never played Cuphead, but I like the game concept, and it looks like a very fun, if not hard, game. I mean,
it was fun.
Jablonski has not played, and I know for a fact Cruiser will.
No, I've played Cuphead.
Oh, you have. I know Cruiser will never play it, so.
Wait, never play it? That's a bit harsh.
Yeah, what do you mean? You've never played it?
Well, yeah, but you're saying that I will never play it.
Did I say that?
Yes.
Fuck, I meant to say you never played it.
Ladies and gentlemen, no, I'm kidding.
So, like, here's the thing. I was thinking to myself, like, if I were these game creators, I'm actually kind of interested whether or not they're going to take advantage of this situation. Like, maybe this was like like, they could literally take advantage of this criticism now that it's getting all this attention for being a Cuphead ripoff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They could use that to their advantage right now and see how it turns out. You know?
Hey, it's worked for Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
It's worked for Freedom Planet, I guess.
Ukulele?
You know? Yeah.
I mean, Ukulele was technically a spiritual successor. I mean, like,
Yeah, why do people hate that game all of a sudden?
What, ukulele?
They
Yeah.
do? I haven't even played it.
I think it was
Last
because
time I heard, I know it came out with a sequel recently.
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
about to say. The sequel wasn't
The
so.
Impossible Lair.
I heard the sequel wasn't so good.
Though the only time I ever heard of ukulele getting into any kind of trouble is the whole JonTron fiasco.
No, just basically what I'm saying is fans are now saying that ukulele wasn't as good as they thought it originally was.
Well, I can't really say anything.
To be fair, JonTron is a fiasco.
Anyway, anyway,
Yeah, I like his new videos.
I still love JonTron though.
Yeah,
Even that psychotic rant he went on, what was it, 2 years ago now?
yeah, I'm surprised
Yeah.
he finally reviewed something movie. You know what I'm saying? He like hasn't reviewed a movie, and then he finally comes out with a new review this week of him reviewing something media.
I actually have to wonder if he did that on purpose so that people would actually want him back. Like, you do shit content just so that they'll forget about that mishap and go, I miss the old JonTron.
Anyway,
Yeah, and then go in this whole Flux Seal induced.
well, the Flex Seal one was good. I mean, like I like when he's like riffing commercials and everything there, but like, come on, man, you're doing a thing where you're making New England clam chowder. What's wrong with that? I like clam chowder. What's the point? Everybody knows what that is.
The one he did, though, with that one celebrity and her line of products, I thought was great.
I love that one.
Especially with the whole, like, he actually sets up an actual old-timey stand in front of the store, and like, I am selling legitimate snake oil for you all, right?
Anyway, like
The internet is listening, Evan, because Rob Scallon just popped up on my YouTube recommended.
We were debating on something there. We were debating. We brought up Rob Scallon, and we were like, what if we got? And then it just pops up. Oh my God, Google!
Right.
Big Daddy Grandpa Google is watching us. Could we call him that Grandpa Google?
Grandpa Google.
Grandpa
I like it.
Google.
That sounds so disgusting.
So is Google.
Well, yeah, if you switch the words around,
yeah, well,
Google
then-
Grandpa.
yeah, well then
it
again,
gets really-
then again, Google's a disgusting place. So there you go.
Very true.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, anybody that debates with Destiny, who if you guys don't, Destiny's a Twitch streamer that does like political debates and stuff. But anybody that debates with Destiny instantly blows up. You gotta, even though JonTron was doing good on his own, you know, it's kind of funny that he was almost a little forgotten about, and there was like the Game Grumps conspiracy theories as to why he left. Then he goes and debates with with Destiny. He blows back up. Everyone's like, dude, what are you doing? Then he makes all like this crap content. Now he's like back on the rise, and everyone forgot all about what happened.
Just like with Adam Sandler.
Adams.
Think about it. He made a bunch of shit movies, and then he does one stand-up special, and everybody loves him again. I'm serious. Like, 100% Fresh is doing great.
I looked up Grandpa Google on Google Images, and I got this as the first image. This is the official canon look of Grandpa Google.
That's the new Ants mascot. There we go.
Grandpa Google. What did you look up today?
Or even like Dave Chappelle, you know, like everybody wanted to do another special.
I'm gonna write that
You know,
down.
his other two were kind of mad. Then Sticks and Stones came out, and everyone's like, "This is genius."
It's like,
Just don't ask the reviewers on Rotten.
life.
Just don't ask the reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes because they said it was garbage, and then the internet's like, "We're gonna clap back."
All right, so like that happened there. God, there was another thing I wanted to talk about. I forgot what it was though.
This is the portion of the show we like to dedicate to talking about Doug Live.
What?
This is the portion of the show that we like to
I
dedicate
think we
to
know
talking
how to
about Doug
what our
Live.
next debate's gonna be between Cruiser and Juwan about the show Doug. Oh, by the way, Juwan, while you're here, I gotta let you know, I'm going to need you to run the show on November 3rd, Sunday, because I'm not going to be here.
I'm so glad you told me this now instead of one Sunday, November 3rd.
You think you might be able to do it?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'll leave you guys with Juwan.
I think I'm even off that Sunday.
Hmm?
I think I'm off that Sunday, so
Cool.
I'll have all day to prep.
That's fine. I'll just send you the thumbnail and everything there. In the meantime, guys, make sure they don't do anything and make sure Jablonski doesn't eat anything out of the fridge.
We're gonna be showing boobies on ants.
Hey, what's this Italian?
Finally, it's our own podcast with blackjack and hookers.
Save that for the Hentai Cat podcast. We'll do that next week. Not next week. I mean,
Coming
sometime
soon. The hentai review to Shade Say Studios production.
That was a
starting
thing.
a hentai podcast?
There's a running joke that carried on from Mystery Me Brewing Theater. We're saying whenever we talk about boobs, we're like, we'll save that for the hentai episode. It's coming. It's coming. One day.
Start it right now in chat. We want a hentai podcast. Go.
One day, it'll happen.
Are you serious? You actually want to do a hentai review show?
You want a hentai review? That would be actually pretty cool. I mean,
I will do it only if you don't wear monocles and have fake mustaches.
Well, that's the thing.
Chocolate pudding.
Gagook made a video on hentai and he made a good comment saying it was all good until we got the creepy perverted old man walking in. It happens in every single hentai. You're just doing that, and then friggin' this creepy old guy that's like bald and he has the mustache is like in there. You know what else is walking?
saw it.
By the way, you know what else is walking in here?
The Final Five.
Exactly.
Well, time walks.
Oh my god.
Goes...
Oh my god. There it is. Yes, the Final Five walks. Cruiser, I'll let you say what you were gonna say before you do that. I'm actually kind of interested.
I actually seen one hentai that honestly made me feel so dirty that I felt like I needed to go to church the next day.
Wow, I'm gonna need to ask
Well,
you
give
several...
us a name.
No, I'm not.
Yes, please inform us.
Should we give it a name here on air, or should we just like leave it?
Yeah, it's called Milk Money.
Ah, that one's crap.
Why does that sound like a 2000s rap video?
Cruiser, just for making that joke, you're not getting a Final Five. Anyway,
That's the title of it. I didn't make it up.
I know what you're referencing. Thank you for that.
Not.
No, he's being serious.
Yeah, I'm being serious, dude. I'm not talking about the live action.
You're not talking about that one with friggin' what's her face?
I'm not talking about the movie that came out like back in the early 90s. No.
I was about to say, shit.
No, this one that I saw, I felt like, after seeing what happened, I thought maybe I should go to church.
You'll have to tell us about it after the show. Anyway, this is the Final Five where we talk about stuff there. I'm into the stuff in the last project, so Joanne, you go first. Final Five countdown begins.
Dedicate my Final
now.
Five time to more discussion time.
Your time began.
So when are we doing this hentai podcast?
It'll happen one day.
We're doing it. We're doing it soon. Wait. I shouldn't phrase that with the word hentai. Never mind. Scratch that.
Oh, we're gonna do it soon.
Five's over. Switch. Cut. Next person.
Jawad, I want you to black me up.
Oh, this is getting worse now. We were just diving into a hole we don't need to be going down.
Oh, you can dive down that hole if you want.
Just make sure you're properly lubricated.
Oh my god.
If I dive down any of your holes, I think I'd
the hentai review.
My body is ready.
Coming.
The hentai review's coming, people. Wait, it is coming.
Well, so that means we have to review the whole internet now?
Okay, Jablonski, you go. Your time begins now.
We're gonna put this up on the jizz meter.
It's going to be up.
Jablonski, your time is ticking.
As for what's going on with me, I got a couple articles that are going to be coming out. I got my Thanksgiving one. I'm working on a Wonderful World of Disney one. Also, as a reminder, this Friday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on retrodays.org is the Halloween special starring the Crypt Keeper, voiced by the man himself. Theater doors open at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please, you have to sign up in order to get into the theater. And also, children, drink your motherfucking drugs.
Thank you for that. That there, you got the stuff there with the drugs there. We're already disturbing half the.
The web host is probably gonna kill me over that one.
God, I hope you don't get in trouble because of this podcast. In which case, I apologize.
No,
look at Cruiser getting his hair ready for this. He's getting his hair all good. He's wearing to look good. He looks really nice. You're looking handsome, man. Side note, Cruiser, looking at this thing here, did you lose weight?
I hope.
You look great. Do you guys see like he kind of lost a little weight?
I see it.
Yeah, he looks like he lost a little weight there.
I don't. I just see this.
He just came straight out of Equestria.
Well, we're
That's
going
right,
back to
motherfucker.
coming. By the way,
Cruiser, your time begins now.
Okay. I do have some good news on Worth the Hack. I actually just sent the first draft script to Juan, at least going over the game's positive details, or at least to give people a brief introduction. Then soon he's going to be giving me his notes on the criticisms of the first game we're going to go over. And I found at least one guy who was actually interested in this. Now, he plays mod games, but he's not a modifier himself. But he can at least give us his input as someone who likes playing these types of games. Ones that have been hacked, ones that have been fixed. And once I get Juan's criticisms, that I can actually let him see them as well, and what we think should be done to fix, and then figure out whether or not the game is worth the hack. So that's what's going on that end. I will be going to see Static X here on November 15th.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you got that thing on the play there. The one thing I'm gonna see there, I mean, like, the one thing I was really concerned about Worth the Hack, whether or not you were gonna go on dubbing, in which case I was gonna go like, eh.
Oh, you mean
What am I speaking Japanese for their first episode?
No, I was gonna say how you were gonna address the dubbing thing there, and my opinion on that thing was if it shouldn't be the dubbing that you're worried about. It should be the really weird mouth movements. So like, you know, Tails, you're gonna crash. Ah, his mouth. Whenever he says that, he's like, it's like one time his mouth.
I am gonna
ah.
trash that. I am gonna trash that because you. Oh my god, that is. You can't overlook that.
His like mouth like suddenly evaporates. Fuck that. If you want to fix, I don't care what you say.
And not to mention, like, Sonic's mouth becomes like a triangle. Oh!
Yeah, but when he says that line, his mouth. But that's the thing. When he says that line, his mouth opens once, and then it just slowly goes like. It's like, Tails, you're gonna crash. Ah.
Tails, watch out! Ah!
I gotta get that as a new sound, but okay, my turn.
Hello.
All right, where's my time? Tick, click, tick, click, click, click. Okay, there we go. It's done. The sitting's done. Started the script yesterday with Jablonski for Mystery Brewing Theater 4000. This weekend, I'm going to be filming an update video for you guys to tell you what's going to happen with me and my channel and everything there. Like I said, tomorrow the next Star Wars trailer is coming out. Look out for that. Me and my dad are going to react to it. We're going to do some videos. We're going to do the things and the stuff. If you want you to try to check me out at Confusion in Alabama. I can't remember the exact place right now, but yeah. So with that said, yeah, I think that's pretty much it there. Thank you again, you guys, for joining us tonight there on our thing. Next week is our big Halloween episode, and I'm just gonna say up front, it's gonna be.
Evan's becoming a cam girl.
I was gonna say it's gonna be. I was gonna say it was gonna be all creepypasta. Oh crap!
I mean,
oh, crap.
I was gonna say also, we are in Deaf Spoop 1 right now. We have become the skeleton.
Don't noogie the skeleton. Anyway, do you want to just realize, Cruiser?
What's that?
Did you see Zombieland?
Not yet.
I did yesterday.
I've seen the
You
first
told
one.
me.
I love the first one.
The second
I
one was a
love
lot
the
of
first
fun.
one,
I'm
too.
just gonna say up front if you like the first one there.
Oh, you've seen the second one?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday. It was a fun time.
You saw Double Tap?
Yeah, Double Tap was great,
Yeah,
man.
we're back to porn.
We're just gonna Cruiser's gonna show us porn. Good night. That's the last thing they're going to hear is that. Good stream tonight, guys. That was a lot of fun. Nobody can hear us. Oh wait, I forgot to shut off my mic.